go to our next guest is Pia Arellano. She is the CEO of TransUnion Information Systems. And if you don't know, this is the country's first comprehensive private credit bureau. And really a big pioneer for the industry. This is a large organization with a lot of experience doing this for many, many decades across 30-some countries in the world and so forth. So it was a big boost to the industry and to Philippines to have them come here. So Pia has a good background with previously with Visa, working across the region, Philippines and Guam, and I'm sure other places. So a good history and a good background. So please welcome Pia Arellano of TransUnion. Glad to have you, Pia.
Thank you, Richard. And hello, everyone. It's a pleasure and an honor to be with all of you today in the Ultimate FinTech Forum. TransUnion is a global information and insights company that makes trust possible, so consumers and businesses can transact with confidence and achieve great things. We call this information for good. It's our purpose and what drives us every single day. Fintechs are a key pillar in accelerating financial inclusion. And today, I couldn't be more honored and excited to share with you how exactly TransUnion can support fintechs in driving this very noble cause. If there's a positive impact brought about by the pandemic, it's the acceleration of digital adoption in terms of e-wallet usage, e-commerce, and the latest buy now, pay later, all supported by our progressive BSPs, 70% banked by 2023 financial inclusion target. With this digital acceleration, fintechs are faced with both challenges and opportunities, such as further conversion of cash-heavy customers and granting credit to the over 50 million who remain unbanked. Fintechs are likewise all the more challenged now with continued pressure from the government to ensure compliance to data privacy, fraud prevention, and AML compliance. Lastly, according to TransUnion's latest Consumer Pulse survey, 47% of Filipinos said that they will be unable to pay for their bills and loans due to the pandemic. Moreover, majority of these who said that they would be unable to pay are actually millennials. These digital savvy millennials targeted by fintechs today also mentioned in the survey that they have been targeted by digital fraud in the last 3 months. Now imagine, what if we could identify good, new to credit, and unbanked from the rest with confidence and offer a friction-right process? We conducted mystery shopping exercises with many of the top banks in countries around the world where TransUnion operates. And what we consistently found was that online applications look more like digital versions of offline processes, with consumers being forced to enter 15 to 40 fields of information, not making the experience very different from face-to-face processes in physical branches. To say the least, the experience was clunky, time-consuming, and at most times, very frustrating. Most online applications today offer no instant gratification through real-time fulfillment and activation. Unfortunately, this is a trap we see many organizations fall into in their digital transformation journey. The first inclination is to automate an existing crappy process, pardon the word, and call it digital. In so doing, however, all you get is a digital crappy process. Digital, yes, but still crappy. Players typically fall across a wide continuum of digital onboarding capabilities. And this is where TransUnion comes in. TransUnion can help support fintechs further to move from high friction to seamless credit onboarding, optimizing customer experience and business efficiency. TransUnion's digital onboarding platform is an end-to-end solution that can enable fintechs to balance customer experience with fraud and credit risk, enabling seamless straight-through processing. Our modular platform is backed up by TransUnion's trended data, alternative data, and other external data sources like AML checklists, empowering digital lenders to seamlessly onboard and assess the creditworthiness of this new-to-credit unbanked segment that fintechs are targeting heavily. We at TransUnion have tested various alternative data and have identified that repayments and telco behavioral data have the highest predictive power in the Philippines context, as majority of the Filipinos own mobile phones. Mobile telco data is the most logical alternative data to use given its predictive strength. And basically what that means is we now have the capability to score every adult Filipino in the population. Imagine the power if lenders had access to both formal trended data that TransUnion brings and alternative data and scores. Based on our testing, the integration of telco data, such as mobile reloads and payments, usage transactions, location and device data used, can really be very effective in predicting creditworthiness. Combined with our formal trended credit bureau data, lenders are now able to derive maximum holistic insights on every consumer's creditworthiness. Now, we call this solution Credit Vision Link, and it is the only one-stop shop credit solution in the market today. Based on our backtesting, lenders will now be able to score all Filipino adults who own mobile phones. As per our validation tests, our Credit Vision Link score has the potential to lift score accuracy by at least 2x versus traditional formal scorecards, and enables credit eligibility and approval of at least 60% of new to credit and thin file segments, while keeping bad and loss rates at a very low, less than 5%, making the invisible visible for greater financial inclusion. TransUnion empowers fintechs to say yes to the credit invisible more often by providing access to rich, trended alternative data for loans and BNPL underwriting, inclusive of alternative scoring and loan-to-value affordability checks. We can also enable fintechs to lower false positives by up to 50 to 70%, detect email, mobile number, device risks, forgeries, and provide access to watch lists monitored both locally and globally. And despite all these rigorous fraud checks, our commitment is to enable all of this via a streamlined consumer experience with an end-to-end onboarding promise of 5 minutes or less, resulting in reduced abandonment, and all delivered in a nice little bundle package via a single API open platform. And it doesn't just stop with digital onboarding. Once a first loan is granted, limitless credit opportunities can be enjoyed by the unbanked and new to credit, as TransUnion will continuously work with all of you, providing you with insights and data so that you can manage your customers throughout their credit lifecycle. TransUnion also supports financial and credit education by enabling consumers to directly access their credit reports and scores to enable them to manage their finances and improve their chances of getting approved by a loan. By getting access to credit, Filipinos can achieve their dreams in the new digital normal, be it owning a house, owning a car, earning extra income by being a Grab driver, or even starting your own home-based business. Better credit education for consumers benefits the entire ecosystem, as it encourages Filipinos to be financially responsible so that they can reap the rewards and opportunities that credit brings, thereby enabling fintechs, again, to increase approval rates and say yes to more unbanked Filipinos. TransUnion's mission is to promote information for good. And, though COVID has not left us completely, we remain hopefully optimistic that better days are definitely ahead. And if businesses and consumers could really just fully leverage on the power of information, together we can drive financial inclusion to ensure that together as one nation, we can really make more deliberate choices that will propagate inclusive growth with one singular vision in mind, that not one Filipino will ever get left behind.
Very good. Thank you very much, Pia. Yeah, that is so exciting because this will really make, the difference, the tipping point kind of thing that you provide. Now, Pia, what kinds of things, you mentioned millennials are key for the fintech industry, and I know your people are telling me that it's really become an explosive opportunity on the fintech side. But you mentioned mobile phone behavior. Can you go into that a bit more detail? What are the kinds of things that people do other than just regular bills and payments that indicate whether they will be a good payer or not?
Actually, we found that mobile telco behavior is really a great proxy, right? Especially for these new to credit millennials or just anyone who is new to credit in general. I think that's sort of become the problem. They want credit, they are hungry for credit. However, as much as our lenders want to provide credit, there is no information or no previous credit or track record to begin with. So I guess the best solution that we've found thus far is really mobile telco behavior. And there you have repayment behavior, whether if postpaid, you have repayment behavior. If it's prepaid, you have loading behavior. So that has proven to be a very effective proxy. And once you're in, foot in the door, right, coupled with traditional trended credit data, really the result is something very, very powerful.
Interesting. And now, Pia, you mentioned the number 50 million people are unbanked. What is it going to take for that to become 5 million? Or what's the rate? How is Philippines doing in bringing those people online?
I think, Richard, we're very well on our way. We're definitely very much on our way. I always say this, it takes a village. It really takes not just one player, but the entire village, the entire ecosystem of players in our digital economy. And that begins from the top. And very fortunately, we have a great progressive BSP who is most supportive. I also feel that the fintech players are critical, very critical and crucial in terms of accelerating, right? This goal of 70% banked by 2023.
Sorry, that was 70% banked by what year?
2023, I believe, is the BSP target. Wow. It's ambitious, yes. But again, it takes a village. And if we all just come together, again, leveraging on the power of data, this could happen.
I see. Okay. And now with fintechs, now I know the financial sector is a big, focus for your service. Are there other industries that should be considering your service?
Absolutely. And thank you for asking that, Richard, because in the Philippines, we are known primarily as a credit bureau, being the first private comprehensive credit bureau in the market. However, in my introduction, I said that TransUnion is a data, information, and insights company. So we go beyond credit. In our more mature markets, we are in different verticals, not just credit and lending. We cater to insurance, we cater to healthcare, we cater to the public sector. It really cuts across. Because essentially what we do is aggregate information and use that information for good to provide opportunities and open doors.
I see. All right, Pia. Well, really nice to talk with you, Pia, and we're so glad you're doing what you're doing. I know it's an exciting time, but anyway, we'll see how it all transpires. But keep up the great work you're doing. We look forward to seeing you more in the future.